It's jury selection. It's an accident case. And now, my adversary is sweet-talking one of the jurors. He really forms a great bond with one of these jurors. Now, when he's finished talking, I know that this juror loves everything that he's saying. I have to get her off the jury. I turn to my adversary outside and I say, listen, that juror is not good for your case. And he says, what are you talking about? She loved me. I said, listen, she can't stay on as a juror. Will you consent to excuse her? He says, absolutely not. What can I do as the plaintiff's attorney, as the attorney representing the injured victim, to get that juror off of the jury panel? You want to know the answer? Come join me as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. So now we're in the middle of jury selection. I've had an opportunity to speak to the potential jurors, a room filled with 25 or 30 people. My adversary, my opponent, also then has an opportunity to talk to these jurors. And he forms a great bond. He clicks with one of these jurors. And now she's smiling, she's laughing, they're getting along great while they're communicating and having a question and answer session right there in front of me. And now I know that's a real problem for me. Why? Because I know that if she's selected and sits on this jury, now when we go to trial, she's going to likely believe more of the things that the defense puts on compared to what we put on. And that could be a significant problem for us. If I notice right away that one of the jurors is a problem for me, I'm now going to ask my adversary if he would consent to excusing that particular juror. Obviously, I have to give him a good reason why she doesn't belong on this jury. And in all likelihood, he's going to say, no, I like her, I'm keeping her. So now, what can I do to try and get her off? Well, you should know that I have 3 opportunities to get a juror off without giving any reason whatsoever. Those are known as peremptory challenges. And I don't have to give any reason to anybody why I'm taking somebody off. But what happens, for example, if I don't want to use up my 3 opportunities? Well, now I have to go to the judge who supervises jury selection and say, Judge, listen, this juror has said the following things that clearly show that she's biased in favor of one side or the other. I can't come right out to the judge and say, Judge, this juror, this potential juror, loves my adversary. She likes his smile, she likes his laugh, she likes what he says. Because that's not enough to get her off the jury. I have to give a specific legal reason in order for the judge to go ahead and dismiss her from our case. If the judge turns around and says, no, I'm not dismissing her, now I have no choice but to use up one of my 3 challenges, my peremptory challenges. But what happens if I've used them up already? Well, then I'm stuck with her. So the idea is to try not to use up those challenges and now ask the judge to dismiss her for a legal reason. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in the jury selection process, in an accident case, in a medical malpractice case, and even in a wrongful death case here in the state of New York. You know, I realize you're watching this because you likely have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit and your matter happened here in New York and you've got legal questions, what I encourage you to do is, you know what I'm going to say, right? Pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.